Hello all, welcome back to my channel today. Like I told us, this is the channel of truth, and this is where I will be debunking a lot of fallacies. Okay, there are so many popular opinions on YouTube. A lot of you talk about them, even in my comment section or generally on YouTube, that are false. These are popular opinion between Nigerians and Ghanaians. You see a lot of Nigerians saying certain things, and also some Ghanaians will be saying a lot of things. I see those things and I will be like, ooh, I think they do not know. And they say knowledge is power. Okay, the truth that you know won't just set you free except you apply the truth. So it is the application of the truth that you know that will set you free. Number one is small Ghana. Do you think Ghana is small? Okay, we're going to talk about this based on the population and the land mass. Of course, we all know about Nigeria. We are highly populated. Also, our land mass is big. However, what about Ghana and other African countries? Now, when people say small Ghana, they will also liken Ghana to Lagos. That is a wrong analysis. Ghana is way bigger than Lagos, and Ghana is not a small country. Let's go right into it. Do you know that Ghana is 17 countries in Africa put together? I'm talking about St. Helena, Sao Tome, Seychelles, Comoros, Western Sahara, Djibouti, Reunion, Eswatini, Equatorial Guinea, Mauritius, Lesotho, Guinea-Bissau, Cape Verde, Namibia, Gambia, Eritrea, and Mayotte. 17 countries put together equals Ghana. I'm talking about population. Let's talk about the landmass. Currently, Ghana has the landmass of 200,000 through 239,000 square kilometers. I'm talking about from coastal area through the tropical rainforest. And what is the size of Lagos? Metropolitan is 1171, Metro is 2406, so total is 3577. Ghana is 67 times bigger than Lagos State. I want you to know this and know peace. Now, when it comes to population, that is where it becomes surprising. When it comes to population, Ghana is about 34 million, while Lagos is above 20 million. That is why the population in Lagos is much. Lagos is 15 times bigger than Accra. It's bigger than Accra. I'm talking about Accra, the capital of Ghana, not the Greater Accra region. The Greater Accra region is about 3,000 square kilometers. Greater Accra region is like a state in Nigeria. When you say states, so in Ghana you call them regions. So the Greater Accra region has a square kilometer of 3,245 square kilometers and a population of about 5.4 million. However, Accra has a population of 2.7 million as at 2024. I'm talking about Accra as a capital of Ghana. And the landmass is 225.7 square kilometers. So stop saying small Ghana. Ghana is not small. Yes, are you surprised? I know most of you are surprised. And this is why you see a lot of people in Ghana urging their government to do better because they know that they are bigger than what they are just seeing in Ghana. Ghana is 17 other African countries put together. That makes Ghana. In terms of population, in terms of land mass, Ghana is also bigger than so many countries in Africa. How did Nigeria start calling Ghana small Ghana? It happened when there was revolution in Ghana, and the then president in Ghana tried his best with his government then to reform Ghana. A lot of things in Ghana became stable, and so Nigerians started agitating and protesting, telling their government that they should look at Ghana, small Ghana. Now, small Ghana does not mean that Ghana is small. They are just talking about in terms of the size and the population. Meaning that they are trying to tell Nigerian government that a country smaller than you, a country smaller than Nigeria, that was in the same shoe as Nigeria, had done this and that and that and achieved this and that and that. So it is a way of actually uplifting Ghana and pushing the success of Ghana to the face of the Nigerian politicians. So it was not actually a derogatory term until our Gen Zs started making use of it. But please, Ghana is not a small country, and Ghana is not small. Small Ghana is actually derogatory in this present modern and global world. But before, when it started, it was actually used to uplift Ghana and also use it to rub on the faces of our politicians so that they can do better. If a country that is smaller than you can do this, there was currency stabilization, lights came up, this and a lot of things happened in Ghana then, and then they were saying, oh, look at a country smaller than you, Nigeria. Number 2, ordinary Ghana. There is nothing ordinary about Ghana except for the fact that it is closer as a country. Okay? Now in Nigeria, when they use the term ordinary, it is not actually derogatory as such. It is a way of telling you, oh, is it not this one that I know? For instance, during Christmas time or during festive time, you may see some people that will come back from either Lagos or from other places to their own hometown. And when they are forming or trying to speak good English, modern refined English, or trying to that kind of a thing, trying to be themselves sometimes, or trying to form, you will see some of these villagers or some people in the villa or people around will be asked, oh, where is she or he coming from? Abroad? They will say abroad, or okay, they are abroadians. Abroadians in Nigeria does not mean that it is outside Nigeria. Abroadians are people who live outside their hometown. Okay, and when you now ask them where, they will tell you Ghana. They say, oh, which Ghana? This Ghana here, ordinary Ghana. Meaning that Ghana is close by. It is a country they've known, or a country they can easily go to. It does not mean that Ghana is ordinary in your perception, like there is nothing in Ghana. No, they always even say ordinary Lagos. For instance, those people in the east or north, if Lagosians go back to their hometown and maybe some issues come up, they will ask you, is it not ordinary Lagos? Is it not ordinary Benin? We're just saying it is a place we've known. It is not that far, because they are expecting you to be outside of Africa for you to be forming for them. So they didn't really mean it that there is nothing in Ghana or trying to be derogatory to you, except now that Gen Zs are actually using it. These modern children now use it, and to me, I think we need to put a stop to it. There is nothing ordinary about Ghana, and so you Ghanaians, you can also do better, because your country is big, your country is huge in population too. And there is nothing ordinary about you. And please, my Nigerians, that term should not be used. I think it is derogatory now. But before then, Ordinary is just a term you use to describe something that is like a household thing, or something that you can easily get, or a place you can easily reach, somewhere that is not too far. But to Ghanaians, I don't think it is proper to use them. The next point, Ghanaians are too dark. I don't think so. I think the ones I've met, the ones I interviewed, the ones I've interacted with, not all of them are dark. I think it depends on the tribe. Okay, the airways are not all dark. We have a lot of fair airways. We have guys who are fair skinned, and we have those who are dark skinned. We have those who are chocolate skinned. We have Akans who are also chocolate skinned, and some Akans are also fair because of intermarriages. The something is applicable in Nigeria. Okay, you may see 2 or 3 dark-skinned Yoruba people and you will conclude that all Nigerians are dark-skinned. By the time you come to Nigeria, you will also see Yorubas who are fair-skinned or fair in complexion. You will see Yorubas who are chocolate in complexion, and you see Yorubas who are dark in complexion. You will see Igbos who are dark in complexion, and those who are fair in complexion. You will see Hausas who are fair in complexion, Hausas who are dark in complexion. So it shouldn't be a generalized language that Ghanaians are too black. So I would say Ghanaians being too dark, no. I think it is a generalization that is wrong. Just the way we are mixed here, they are also mixed with different shades of brown color and also dark color in Ghana, just like we have in Nigeria, depending on the tribe or intermarriages. Okay. The next point is Nigeria and traffic. Please, traffic congestion is peculiar to Lagos. I don't know why some of you think that once you've entered Lagos, you've been to all parts of Nigeria. No, I don't think so. Nigeria and each state has their peculiarities. Okay, in Lagos, because of the population, like I've told you before now, an area that is less than Ghana has a population of more than 20 million. So you should know how congested and high populated the place will be. And that is why you will see a lot of cars on the road. So the congestion will be high. However, it is not like that in other states in Nigeria. Those of you from southeastern part of Nigeria will attest to what I'm talking about. Those of you from other southwestern parts, it is not like that in Ogun. It is not like that in Ibadan. What about those in Abia State? Is there any traffic congestion in Abia? You can actually wake up and go to work, and you go to work early. When you go to places like Abia State, the place is so calm. In terms of population, when you go to Owerri in Imo State, the population is not like that, like what you see in Lagos. If you go to Anambra State, Enugu, so many places, you go to so many places in the west and so many places in the north, the landmass is big, bigger than that of Lagos. Because Lagos, in terms of landmass, tend to be the smallest in size. So other states with bigger landmass, less population, tend to have lesser traffic. And that is why you can wake up around 7 o'clock, do your normal things, go to work, and still get to your office before 8. It is not like that in Lagos State. And that is why you see that a lot of them from other states in Nigeria who reside in other states in Nigeria find it difficult to stay in Lagos. They will tell you, I can't stay in Lagos. Lagos is so chaotic, so rowdy, so populated, traffic is too much. It is the same thing that you feel as a Ghanaian that entered Nigeria, and the first stop is Lagos. Actually, your first stop is going to be Lagos if you travel by road. If you travel through air, you may enter Abuja or Lagos. If you enter Abuja, Abuja is very calm. So please, that is a wrong analysis. So whenever you hear Nigeria, do not associate Nigeria with traffic. It is Lagos State, just one state out of 36 states in Nigeria. I don't think it will be fair for me to use what I saw in Kumasi to judge Ghana. I don't think it will be fair for me to use what I saw in Tema to judge Ghana when Accra is there. I will not say because I went to Accra or I live in Accra and the things I didn't see in Accra that it means I can't find it in Ghana. That is a wrong analysis. So let us try as educated people that we are, because I believe that a lot of people who watch my content or a lot of you on YouTube who surf the internet, that you are educated to a larger extent. So when it comes to Nigeria is not associated with traffic, but Lagos, a place in Nigeria. Just like we have Accra, the population in Accra is high, right? Accra is tend to be populated more than other places. Because the land mass of Accra is smaller than the landmass in other places, and because it is a big city and the capital, people tend to go there because that is where you have your central business districts. Okay, our central business district is also in Lagos, so that is why you see a lot of congestion and population. Hope you understand what I'm talking about. All right, I believe that most of you are very sensible enough to understand this. The next point is Nigeria being only a business and an entertainment place, not a place for tourism. I beg to differ. I think that is fallacy. Okay, that is false. Nigeria may surprise you as one of the best places to visit for tourism in Africa. I don't know what you've been hearing, but Nigeria has a lot of tourist centers. Nigeria has one of the most beautiful tourist centers in Africa. As confirmed and well established, Nigeria has more than 140,000 tourist sites, of which out of the 140,000, there are major places like 50 centers in Nigeria where people visit, and it is highly safe to visit these places. I'm talking about a minimum of 50 out of the 140,000 places. For instance, if you come to Lagos, there are so many tourist sites in Lagos. Some of them privatized, some are state owned. However, we have about 31 places you can visit as tourist sites in Lagos. Some foreigners that do visit Nigeria, those are their go-to places for tourism, and they are beautiful places. In Lagos, we have the National Museum Lagos, which is filled with history and cultural heritage of Nigeria. We have the Lekki Arts and Craft Market, where you see original and authentic handcrafted items that explains the African beauty. We have the Lekki Conservation Center, where you will see the longest canopy walkway in Africa and many animals in their natural habitat. Not a zoo. None of these animals are being caged. That is why you are advised to follow the safety rules or precautions there. We have the Takwa Bay Beach for your relaxing day by the ocean for those seeking tranquility, adventure and nature. We have the Freedom Park Lagos, a former colonial prison turned into a park, and it exhibits our cultural heritage. We have beach in Lagos. There are more than 10. We have the Lekki Beach, which is the Legushi Royal Beach. We have the Eleko Beach. We have the Ibeno Beach. We have Landmark Beach. We have Elashe Beach. We have Atiko Beach. We have Kuramo Beach and others. We have the Badagry Slave Trade Route. We have Eco Atlantic City. We have the Nike Art Gallery. These are Lagos in Lagos. Then if you go to other parts of Nigeria, we have the Obudu Mountain Resort, we have the Ngwo Pine Forest. The Obudu Mountain Resort, we visited that during my school days. Very lovely. Like, they have the cable cars, you know. When I went there, I was like, am I in Nigeria? Because I needed to confirm over and over that I was in Nigeria, because the temperature was different. It was a semi-temperate zone. We had a lot of snows. We wear hoods, you know. A lot of people will snap pictures there, and you will think that they are outside Nigeria. If you go to Enugu State, we have the Ngwo Pine Forest. Yes, in Enugu State. We have the waterfall in Enugu State. We have the Port Harcourt Beach. We have the Alokekom monoliths. We have the sacred altar in Arochukwu that takes people through to the waterfall temple that is filled with voodoo. I'm talking about juju. We have the footprints of Okuso Osei. We have the Isaac Boro Garden Park. We have the Ocean Grove
Center for millions of people who visit the site annually to worship and celebrate the Ocean goddess.
That has been carried out over the years and still performed the way it used to be then.
We have the Queen Amina's Wall. We have Okeidanre Hill. We have the Ogbunike Cave. Ogbunike Cave is located in Anambra State that has 317 steps. Many students visited there, even when I was young as a student. Ogbunike Cave was our go-to place. You know, we went to some other places as students in Nigeria. And we have the Inanna History Museum. We have the ancient Nok settlements that has captivated the world. You'll be hearing of Nok culture. New African Shrine in Lagos. We have the Abuja Arts and Craft Village. We have the Kainji National Park. We have the Yankari Game Reserve, a home to wildlife. It also has warm water springs and one of the best places to visit in Africa. The places I mentioned are places that are safe for you to visit. Nigeria is too big for me and you to talk about. And out of those places, there are places in hundreds, more than 50 places for you to visit and enjoy your life. And a lot of African Americans, a lot of white people, foreigners from other African countries, and Nigerians grace those places. You may not be hearing them here and there in the news because there are so many things to talk about in Nigeria. However, there are channels dedicated to talking about all this. You need to visit those channels. Those are Nigerian channels, American channels, African American channels, because we have a lot of foreigners in Nigeria who dedicated their channels to showing so many of these places. Try to find out more about them. And please, in as much as Nigeria is the entertainment hub in Africa, it is also a place for tourism. You may be hearing about insecurity in Nigeria. Please, it is not in all parts of Nigeria. There are so many places in Nigeria that are safe. If not, all of us would have been dead by now. We still have over 200 million people in Nigeria. The foreigners that visited Nigeria, where are they? The foreigners that reside in Nigeria, are they dead? No. So, some of these things are the obvious fallacies being created by a lot of people online and on the social media, and I said it is high time we debunked them.